Hello my friends and welcome back. You know, I've been thinking, and I genuinely don't know if Bloody Doves or any of the BTA team will actually watch this up to here. But I guess, you know, after the previous battle where just a load of clan mechs dropped on my head, it got me thinking that you know, for me, it's... Should we go Salvage on this one? Let's go Salvage on this one. For me, it's a little bit disappointing because some really dangerous clan enemies, you know, dropped. And by and rights, I should have lost that battle pretty handedly, or at least taken severe damage. But I didn't. And you know, I was saying at the time that it's about your moves and your skill, and it certainly is. But what really kind of, you know, preoccupied my thoughts after the match was, it just goes to show how insanely powerful lights are in the base game. And with permanent evasion, they're just even more insane. If you understand how to play them, if you have the mindset for them, you know, they're just ridiculous because... And this combines with the stock builds in every mod and the base game, everything that's not BTR, the stock builds all have really fragile rear armor, so the ratio is sort of like 8-to-1-ish, as in, for every 8 points of front armor, they've got 1 point of rear armor. I think the highest ratio is actually just 2-to-1, as in, you know, you can have, for every 2 points of front armor, you can have 1 point of rear armor in a max armor situation. But you have to remember, of course, that the front also includes the arms, which you typically can't hit from the rear. You can hit the legs from the rear, and it happens a lot. So the legs are kind of like a thing that you just... it doesn't really factor into that thought. But what I'm basically saying is...
Interface initiated.
When the ratio is that bad, when it's 8-to-1 like that, that means that in theory you could spend, you know, 4 turns not shooting and the 5th turn unloading into someone's back, and you would have done more damage than if you had spent those turns shooting at their front. Now I know that that's like a bit of a hacky kind of thought to have or thing to say, but that's sort of the situation. And when it's permanent evasion, the numbers don't even matter. It's, you know, their entire team can shoot at you, and if they're not dragging your evasion down, they're not making any progress towards killing you unless they get the odd lucky hit. And that was just my, for me, it was disappointing because it just led to the realization of... The realization that there's not going to be... Or, you know, it's going to be rare that the game is going to present much of a challenge. Because, and I enjoy challenge, of course, you guys know. I really enjoy a good challenge. But, you know, if you know that you can exploit the light rules, the evasion rules, then the challenge kind of falls apart a bit. And you know, the funny part is, what really sort of made me realise it, or what I was sitting down and thinking about was, I didn't even have, you know, proper evasion builds. In the base game, you want at least 6 piloting, if not 10. And you want a defense module for lights to truly take off in power. But here, I don't really have any of those things, and yet
On my way.
I still had that, you know, extreme level of power.
Move order received. Aye, aye.
So, yeah. I'm still planning to have lots of fun with this campaign. It's great to play in high quality. The game looks really, really good. All the special effects and stuff are there now. And I'll definitely have fun with it. But I'm a little bit disappointed that, you know, people say that that BTA and BattleTech are like the hardest mods by miles, but it's not. It's actually just not going to be the case. Of course, not many people have, you know, relative to the big quote-unquote mods, or I should say the popular mods. You know, relative to those, not many people have played BTR, so they don't really have the comparison to hand. But they do have the comparison to the base game. But the funny part is that most people still think that lights are bad in the base game. So I can only imagine that these games are hard if you just trade frontal shots. And that's what most people do. They just trade frontal shots. And I guess I just feel like that's a little bit
Standing by.
disappointing. Of course, if you just trade those four clan mechs would have eaten me for breakfast if I'd traded front shots with them. I don't know. It's a complicated series of thoughts I'm having here, but there you have it.
Got something you want done? Yes, Commander.
I actually have to go around. That's annoying.
Copy that.
$30, $40, $30, $20. I suppose them being down in that ditch, I probably could just trade shots.
Aye, aye. Ready for orders.
I need to spot them
Waiting
first.
for orders. Standing by. Standing by.
It's the mongoose with sensor lock. Seven evasion tokens. Alright, what am I looking at? A Javelin 10A, that's a pretty normal Javelin. A bizarre spider. A Hornet with a chemical laser. And a standard Vulcan. Four evasion, 2, 5, 2, and 5. I think that Hornet's quite far away. Let's go after the Javelin.
Ready for orders.
Damn it, I've only got a shot on that one. That's actually fine though. Welcome to the party. And I hope that no one is thinking that this is just me humble bragging about my skill. Anyone can be good with lights, they just have to understand how to play them. And it's not difficult to understand how to play them. You just...
Orders.
You just gotta break out of the habit of wanting to shoot every turn. That's it. You've got to let go of wanting to fire your guns every turn.
I copy.
And feeling like your turn has been wasted if you haven't shot. Of course here you don't even have to choose. You can sprint and shoot.
Taking the shot.
Which is something I didn't want for
Negative
BTR
damage.
because
Repeat. Negative damage.
it just further increases the insane power of a well-made light. They're not supposed to be invincible. Whoa, nice. I should have sense locked that Hornet instead. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I couldn't actually find an angle on that javelin. It looked like I had one, but apparently I didn't. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to read the terrain. Anyway, these guys are in an absolutely gross position, so it should not take much effort to bring them down. Is it just me, or is he carrying, like, Firebat-style tanks on his back? What the hell? I love Herbies! I was promised an Atlas. I was promised an Atlas, guys. Sorry to ruin your gag. I can't scroll. No, there we go. Something I have... Do I have to die in this? That's pretty good.
Confirmed.
Oh, that's funny.
Damage minimal.
Oh, reinforcements. Walking into the Valley of Death. They take a look at themselves and realize there's nothing left.
Orders.
Mongoose.
Ready, Commander.
Where's me mongoose?
Double time. Let's go. I've got a sensor lock.
Feel the fail.
Engaging.
Get ready for rumble, boys.
Engaging target.
I'll pick this guy off because he's weak.
Yeah.
No other reason.
Confirm.
He's completely exposed,
Firing.
with hardly any damage mitigation and very little armor.
Receiving you. On my way. Double time. Ready for orders. Roger. Full speed.
Not really, firepower is not really flowing right now. So I don't have a good fire support mech, but anyway.
Ready, Commander.
Vulcan can probably finish the job. I gotta close in to bring my medium weapons to bear. Oh, he missed.
Commander?
Okay, well, we're ready for Rumble
Yeah,
now. I
let's
probably
see
won't
what
finish the job. Time to get behind people has come.
Holding for tactical advantage.
He only had one evasion, that's weird. Okay, that was bad. That was awful shooting by him. All of my mechs are gankers at the moment. That's why I'm not really holding the high ground. Because a firepower trade, even from an advantaged position, doesn't actually suit my units. It's the old AC-20 Irby. It'll be a fine addition to my collection.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Oof! Boom! No? Oh. That was lucky. I mean, these lights have actually got garbage loadouts, but even so, they're really threatening. Ooh! I thought he was going to explode, but
What's up, boss?
it was close.
Ready, Commander.
Yep.
Let's kick this boy. Let's use target prediction to help all my other guys first.
Copy that.
Doing this to kill his 2 evasion pips.
Putting my weight into it.
Oh, I hit his leg!
Inflicted some heavy damage.
He's done.
Solid con-
I wouldn't be surprised if he ejects now.
Ready, Commander.
So it begins. So yeah, like as I was saying before, look at this. The rear armor is 30, 50, 70. Total armor is 400. So 70 into 400, 40 to 80. That's 4.5. Let's say it's 4.5. So this mech has got 4.5 times more armor on the front than the rear. Noting that generally speaking, if you shoot the rear, you're only going to hit these 3 quadrants. You might occasionally hit the legs.
Engaging.
Our primary target is taking damage.
Oof.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
So, you know, I mean, that's gross. You can waste 3 or 4 turns maneuvering, and it's absolutely worth it.
What do any.
And of course, when you're maneuvering, you are usually at your strongest.
Double time. Let's go.
Just gonna maneuver.
Affirmative.
I might as well shoot because there's no reason to do so. I mean, no reason not to. It's not costing me any heat. Oh wow, I just clipped his LRM-15.
Commander.
Well now. Sucks to be you.
I copy.
You know, obviously when the target is, when you don't have a good rear strike and you can still do your full movement, then you can attack. I'm obviously not saying never attack from the front ever. But, you know, in the base game, you would have to make the choice. You can't sprint and shoot at the same time. So you've got to, and obviously in BTR where we kept that system, you can't sprint and attack. So you have to get into that mindset of, I'm going to sprint to get into the better position rather than attack. And it's just a, I guess it's just a hard mindset to get into.
All weapons committed.
Okay, he's dead.
Enemy mech. Critical
Let's go.
damage detected.
He's bleeding to death.
Ready to get it on.
Can I just kick his ass? And I mean that quite literally. I can punch, but if I punch, my weapons go offline, which I don't want.
Confirm.
Oh, did you miss every shot?
Missed.
Unbelievable.
Orders?
I gotta
Going
do
full
this to keep
throttle.
my evasion up.
Locked on. Rear armor.
Too risky.
Oh, it's on now.
Nice.
Reporting critical hit.
I only landed one shot out of like 8 or 7, but it was the one shot I needed, so it's okay.
Ready, Commander. On the wings of Angus. Engaging primary target.
Got him. Huh, didn't do any real damage though. Allegedly. Well, the Irby is disabled, so sucks to be him. Oh, I think I hit the leg.
Standing by. Position confirmed.
Get some tracers.
Locked on rear armor.
That poor Javelin's also disabled. Oh, he just ejected. Makes sense.
Engaging jump jets.
Heat exceeding recommended levels.
Targeting rear armor. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Yeah, they're all completely disabled. They're, you know, this is a done deal.
Waiting for orders. Roger.
Let's lay off the AC-5.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
Friendly fire is on, so
Hostile removed. Show me your war face.
there goes half a can of machine gun ammo.
Good to go.
Let me see your war face.
Aye, aye. Whatever you say, boss.
He's still with us. How is he
Target's
still with
taking a
us?
critical hit.
Okay. He isn't still with us. Like, how can this guy still be piloting this weaponless trash can? Like, come on. Leave.
Yes, Commander.
At least people eject, like, when it's reasonable to do so in this. I like the realism of it, even if it lowers the difficulty.
Confirmed.
You see, in the base game, that would have just been a maneuver. I would have just sprinted and not shot. Since I can do both, I shot. But the correct decision is to sprint in to actually, you know, open up the opportunities for rear shots.
Receiving you.
Oh, you lucky boy.
Looking out.
But nevertheless, I mean, we're pretty much done here, so we can just kick the guy.
This should be good. That hit something good.
We can just kick the guy
Ready, Commander.
from all angles. Let's pulse this guy in the ass.
Engaging primary target.
Ooh, I think he missed the large laser there. Okay, well, he's sweating, so I think we're done. Maybe just one more
Engaging jump
little
jets.
swipe, and that should be it.
Engaging target. No damage detected.
Commander.
I guess the terrain angling just prevents me from having a shot. It's weird, I can't move.
Orders.
Okay, there we go, it's working.
Roger that.
Weird. Now it just doesn't matter which way he faces, I will have a shot.
They're getting the angle on me.
Yep, but heavy rear armor, it doesn't really matter. See, here's what I was saying before. 80 on the front, 40 on the back, 2 to 1. It's a perfectly reasonable amount.
Yes, Commander.
Do the weird old seeing eye move.
Affirmative.
Hmm.
Come on.
Would have expected one hit there, but
Good to go.
anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Copy that.
He's done. Finished. Finito.
Targeting for physical attack. Let's go. One less target.
Mission successful.
Mission successful.
Alright. Right. I guess that's it for now. I don't feel like there's much more to do for this episode, except just wait for it to load. Sometimes get weird like load hitches and such, but I mean, it's, you know, modders can't do anything about that. Retro light plating, what the hell? Actually, you know what? I'll take the cores. They're actually the most valuable thing here. Even a weak core is worth a lot of money. That's worth 50 grand. That's worth 80 grand. I think a 180 core is the one that's actually missing from one of my mechs. So, that's a solid pickup. But yes, other than deciding on the salvage, I think we're pretty much done here. So I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments about, you know, challenge in the BattleTech sphere, and balance and so on. If you've watched enough of my content to get to this part, then I think your opinion would be very valuable. Anyway, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.